Hi everyone, I just got back from an insane concert. So a little background, my younger sister introduced me to Colton Dixon's music when he was on American Idol and I was in Israel for the year. But I checked him out and thought he was amazing and played the piano really well and had awesome hair, so I've been following his career ever since then. And for those of you who don't know, Colton Dixon is a Christian artist, so he writes songs and sings about God and Jesus. I'm all for interfaith dialogue and understanding, and I really admire committed people of any faith because I know how much it takes. Back to the present, Colton Dixon came to Columbia University to open for Switchfoot. The event was sponsored by a Christian group on campus, but it was sort of advertised as a neutral event about hope and positivity and finding meaning in life. Before the show, I was walking around the building where it was going to happen, just looking for a place to do some reading before it started, and I saw Colton Dixon just sitting there eating his dinner. No one was going over to him. A lot of people here don't know who he is, but I worked up the courage to go say hello and introduce myself. I told him how much I admire his commitment to his faith and his songwriting as an Orthodox Jew who writes music. And he was so nice about it. He's like, "Thank you so much, Talia." And no, I don't have a selfie with him because I realized at VidCon that I prefer actually talking to people instead of breaking up the conversation with a photo op. So I was feeling really good about the show. I worked all week to make sure I had time for this, and I got to meet Colton Dixon before he went on stage. It was just all lining up wonderfully, and when he got on stage, he was fantastic. Just the energy and the music and the passion that he has for what he's singing about is incredible. And what a voice, like seriously. Then things took a bit of an awkward turn.
He came to die for everyone in this room and not in this room.
Then they got even more uncomfortable.
You see, Jesus is the God who enters the flames. He's the God who wants to come into your life, into the dirt, into the grime, and he wants to be real to you. You said, "Nick, Jesus never went through the flames in the scriptures." Well, listen, Jesus, he did go to the flames.
I just want to clarify, I completely respect the religious beliefs that were being expressed. I just felt uncomfortable with certain statements like, "You all need Jesus. We all need Jesus. Jesus died for all of you in this room." There were some statements I could kind of relate to.
I mean, culturally, right, it's not the most popular thing to be a person of faith, but
there were also a few moments I did not particularly enjoy, like when they included footage of two men getting married with swastikas painted on synagogues and tried to equate them both as these crises facing society. Yeah, putting gay marriage on the same threat level as anti-Semitism is not okay. But then Switchfoot came on and I tried to focus on how much I love their music, and they were really fantastic and amazing performers. But tonight is the night before Yom Kippur, and I really want to be in the right mode for that, and I feel like maybe this wasn't the best way to go about doing that. I see the appeal of this loud, exciting, extroverted form of religion, and I think there's definitely a place in Judaism for that. That's why I love Christian music so much, and I think Jewish music has a lot to learn from it. That concert was really fun, and I'm so glad I got to meet Colton Dixon beforehand, which I was not expecting, and rock out after a long week. But I once heard that if you can't handle Judaism at its Yom Kippur, you don't deserve it at its Purim, at its fun, crazy, loud, extroverted, exciting times. Now it's time to turn inward, back to myself, back to my religion, and back to my God. Gemar Chatima Tova, and thanks for watching.